Alright, now I think from seeing the... Well, I found out. Press any button implies this is a port from a console, so I'm going to use the buttons on the steering wheel. Yeah, there we go. I actually have to choose a car now, don't I? You need to select a team to race for. Each team has different expectations and conditions, so make sure you choose carefully. Now, this is... So, first of all, I kind of don't want to pick one of the leading two teams. Because if... for any reason, like, let's say the AI is really easy or something, I don't want to just be, like, out in the front. That's kind of boring, right? I also don't necessarily want to be right at the back, but I'm not averse to it. So I'm going to rule out Mercedes and Ferrari. Now, full disclosure, boys and girls, I'm a Daniel Ricciardo fanboy. I'm Australian, I used to like Mark Webber. Daniel Ricciardo is also possibly the nicest and definitely the most smiley guy in the paddock. So he's really, really lovely. And he, of course, is at Red Bull Racing. Williams, longtime fan, possibly my favorite historical driver in terms of driving style, is Juan Pablo Montoya. For those of you who remember him.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Dan 1, thank you very much for the follow, man. Much appreciated. And then, of course, we have Force India. Now, Aaron, you did mention Force India here. Maybe. I'll be honest, I'm not the world's biggest fan of Force India. I preferred them in the old days to the way they are now. But I think they've done themselves well to be sort of, like, really getting up amongst it in the midfield. Renault are a bit of a mixed bag, but I love their livery this season. I guess that kind of counts. Haas are the complete new guys, and I'm wondering if I should be going for them. I don't know. McLaren-Honda, of course. I used to work for McLaren. I was on the race team for Vodafone McLaren. It was Vodafone back then. Vodafone McLaren Mercedes back in 2007. That was quite good fun. I was helping the stress analyst and materials engineering team. So basically, whenever a part broke during testing in Silverstone or whatever, they transport said part, not like helicopters and crazy stuff, although they might if it's urgent, back to the factory, and I would be part of the team that would analyze what went wrong and how to actually change or fix the component to make it better so that it wouldn't fail on the car the next time around. That was my job. It was really, really cool. So McLaren and Sauber. Now, I have a bit of a checkered history with Sauber. I'm not really that close to them as a team, but, and guys, raise your hand if you remember these guys. I'm a big fan of Nick Heidfeld and Heinz-Harald Frentzen. And when these guys were racing for Sauber, even though they weren't exactly winning everything, I loved them. Nick Heidfeld was the classic sort of, I'm the older guy in the paddock and I don't even care because I'm just going to keep racing at like a ridiculously strong level, and what are you going to do about it? I absolutely love Nick Heidfeld. Heinz-Harald, not so sure about, but I really liked his driving style on track. I'm just going to go ahead and lock the caster wheels on my chair. 1 second. And this will be the first time I'm playing it in a locked position for a racing game. I'm so excited. I think we're going to go with McLaren-Honda. It's I've got the history there. I kind of want to go Williams. I kind of want to go Red Bull, but I feel like, you know, McLaren sort of pays homage a little bit, even if the McLaren-Honda partnership is a little bit struggle bear mode. Who is my teammate? Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pick Van Doorn as my teammate. Alonso, so much pedigree. Mad respect for the guy, but I quite like Van Doorn. Plus, there's a chance if I do well, I get to be the lead driver. So you ready? So we're going to start career. Let's go, boys! Now, how many of you know Albert Park? So I know, like, the old school tracks on the F1 calendar. I'm reasonably familiar, but not completely. Is that Eric Boulier?
Yes, and I respect that. But my client has a championship to contest. So if you want our participation, I'm afraid the concessions are mandatory.
Ooh.
That's fine. Get back to me when you can. Goodbye. No one ever just signs the contract. Anyway, thanks for coming by on such short notice. I just needed to cover a couple of quick things with you before you race. Firstly, as requested, is a copy of your contract. It's a rolling deal. However, the team reserves right of termination if you fail to meet performance standards. You're second driver for now, but work hard, hit your targets, and I'll be able to sweeten the deal. I'm also
Whatever.
looking to get you into some invitational events throughout the season. The experience and exposure from these will be great for your image. Plus, you'll get to drive some nice historic cars.
I do want
Now
the
then,
historic cars.
Get ready for the next session. Good luck.
I'm not number 2 driver to Van Doren, am I? Well, I suppose I have to beat him first, which is fair enough, right? Dear John, welcome to McLaren-Honda Formula 1 team. We're delighted to have you on board and look forward to working closely with you over the upcoming seasons. You will start as our second driver alongside your teammate Stoffel Van Doorn. We expect you to work together to develop the car and the team as quickly as possible. Now let's go out there and win some points. Points? McLaren? Points? Ah! Kind regards, team management. Now we'll get those points. It's fine. We got. Is that Ron Dennis? Use a steering wheel to look around. X apparently goes to the laptop. Let's go to the laptop. So what is this? Oh, look at me! Within this laptop, you can manage your career whilst off the track. When you're ready, head to the team garage and start your first practice session. Cool. Apparently, I have no rivalry at the moment. Dry conditions on track. G'day, mate. The crowd are excited to see their local hero racing at Albert Park, Melbourne. Yeah, boys, that's me. Hey, how's it going? My season objective is 17th. I don't actually feel too pressured. All right, I'm going to look around just for a little bit before I go ahead and start the race. Oh, okay. I don't actually get to walk around. I swear that... Is that Ron Dennis? That could be Ron Dennis? That could be Ron Dennis. We're all Ron Dennis. All right, cool. Let's go and actually get some track time. I know it's what you guys are waiting for. That's cool. We got this. We got this. Let's go to practice 1. Woo! Very nice. Have the official TV intro and everything. Oh, this is feeling good.
Viewers from around the globe, you join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. Now then, Anthony Davidson, there's been a lot of talk over the last few weeks.
What am I talking about? That's
track
Red Bull.
How much is too much when you're cutting corners and running wide? What are your thoughts on this? And do you think we'll be seeing drivers pushing those limits this weekend?
Well, I'd be disappointed if we didn't, frankly. If race control want to clamp down on drivers wandering off the track, then it's up to them to police it. As a driver, you're being paid to get your car around the circuit as quickly as possible, don't forget. So if you're not pushing those limits, if you're ignoring the advantageous line, then you're not doing your job properly. Now, I agree that, you know, we have these white lines there for a reason, and we do want to see those limits enforced, but for me, it's not a driver's responsibility to do that.
What I'm hearing is cut the track as much as possible. That's what I'm hearing. So the pit limiter button for me is the same as my DRS button, which I think makes sense. I'm not really going to be using either in the same sort of scenario. Cool.
Morning, it's Jeff here.
Here we go.
I'm looking forward to working with you as your race engineer.
Hello, Jeff.
Your coffee, because we have a lot of work to do today to get ready for the season ahead. We're ready to fire up the car. Why not head out and get a few early laps under your belt?
But first, we check out the setup. You can choose any of 5 preset car setups by pressing on one of your choice. Excellent! So we go balanced, increased top speed, increased downforce. If you're struggling to make it through corners... well, this is Albert Park. There's not going to be a ridiculous amount... Like, there's like 1 or 2... We'll go with balance to start off with and see how we feel, yeah? Cool. I like that they're... I guess it is pretty console-ish. In the sense that I didn't have to, like, mess around with every single setting, which I'm used to in F1 Challenge 99 to 2013.
Qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit. Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try and take it easy first couple of laps.
Alright, let's give this a go. Ladies and gentlemen, the first laps. Oh, have I got the, I've got the line still under, and L2 I think is my pit lane speed limiter. Let's find out. Yes, it is. Alright. I am starting... Oh, hello. I'm gonna start to find the guidelines on the track a little bit annoying after a while, but that's because I happen to know the Albert Park circuit. So let's take it easy for now, like they say. Oh, there's a new curb on the outside there. That wasn't there the last time I raced on Albert Park on any racing game. And just a beautiful left-hand kink that actually opens up on the exit here, so you can actually floor it a little bit more than you would otherwise expect going into the corner. How are my audio levels, by the way? The car's really loud in my headphones. I'm probably gonna have to turn that down. So I don't actually know if you guys can hear my voice okay on stream. Can you let me know? Someone tell me if my voice is okay relative to the in-game audio. I've just turned that down so that I can actually hear you guys properly. This is this tricky little S here is so annoying to have to negotiate on entry, but when you nail it, it feels so sweet. And then we've got the two right-handers here before going into the hairpin. First one is uncharacteristically slow because it's tightening up on the exit, if I recall correctly. And the second one opens up a bit more, but you have to get across to the other side of the track so that you can go ahead and nail. Oh, this head, come on, turn! Jesus! Honda, turning left is not your specialty. I thought Alonso was in NASCAR. You should know how to do this. Come on. Alright, that's good. And we have another noob on track. A new challenger. Oh, I say that. It's Lance Stroll in a much faster car. Oh, I'm using DRS. Did a McLaren just pass a Williams? What year is this, guys? Is it 1997? Actually, wait, no. Williams won the championship that year? Did they? I don't actually remember. But Williams were pretty fast back then, so I should be a little bit careful. Ah, missed the apex there. Schoolboy error. Got a little bit of oversteer going into the corner as well. Not particularly useful. But this is feeling like a joy to drive so far. I'm enjoying being back in the racing seat, boys. Oh, this feels great. And technically, this is my home Grand Prix. I didn't actually need to go all the way out to the apex there because we're actually drifting back out to the outside. And then we nail this. Yes, good. On the outside, just clipped the corner. That was beautiful. That felt good. That was nice, nice, nice. That, of course, very different to a one-lap flying. I actually wonder if I can go faster with the higher downforce setup and just carry more speed out of the corners here. Because I feel like when I'm accelerating particularly quickly, I'm getting a little bit of oversteer right now. But this is... Come on! There we go. I really need to turn the wheel quite a lot going into that final, second to last corner, actually. And I think that's losing me about 3 to 4 tenths of a second at the moment. I need to work out how to deal with that before I actually end up doing a flying lap. I don't know where my current lap time is, because I'm focusing on the next apex, and that was oversteer to hell and back. That was disastrous, and that lost me about half a tenth. Where am I at? I'm third at the moment. Okay. Where's my teammate? That wasn't too much, right? That was okay, right? Just a tiny bit of cut. Just a tiny bit of cut. Oh, wow, 4 tenths? Where'd that come from? Cha-ching! That was delightful. I was expecting to gain maybe a tenth there, not 4. Oh, that's delicious. After this lap, I will change audio settings, guys. I haven't been ignoring you. I've just been, oh, Jesus, off the track. And this does require a little bit of concentration. And I'm doing my best to do it and talk as well. Fastest lap, Ocon. He's stepped it up. Esteban has stepped it up, boys. He stepped it up in
P3.
P3. Oh, Stroll. He's going to take me, isn't he? I'll let him by. I'll let him by. I'm being friendly for now, but in the race, boys, in the race, you're going down. You hear me? All right, now here's where we gain the time. There we go. Whoa. No, that is not how you do it. All right, we're going to go ahead and hop into the pit. Oh, is it auto pit? Oh, I didn't want to auto pit. That's fine. Whatever. The car is quiet, if anything. Oh, really? Okay, so the voice is fine, and I could turn the car up a little bit. I might consider doing that. Thank you. We're wheeling the car back into the garage, right? I'm not actually going back out yet. There we go. Okay. So I'll turn the in-game volume up ever so slightly. So that was our first ever practice session. Couple of decent laps in there, I thought. Not feeling too bad about that. How did you guys feel on the stream? That felt good, right? Let's go ahead and mess around with preferences. Audio settings. Audio volume levels. I'm currently on a 5 out of 10. I'm just going to bump it up to a 6 because earlier I had it on a 7 and I did a local record and it was a little bit loud. So I'm gonna do that and hit back. So it'll be a little bit louder, and you guys can let me know if that is okay. Cool. Does that count as track acclimatization? Am I done? Jeff, talk to me. Jeff? Alright. So what are we doing? X is go to track, but is it go to track?
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
So what is a... Oh, so... The track acclimatization program is designed to help drivers learn the track layout, its racing line and braking points. You'll be judged on your ability to drive through. But I've done that, right? Objective score, recommended tire number of laps available. Tire management is a crucial part of Formula 1. Yep, that's fair. So what do I have to do? If I select the track acclimatization, tire compound soft 3 laps. Yeah, we can go with flying lap. I'm fairly confident. So I'm just going to try a couple of these and then go into qualifying. I'm experimenting with what I've actually got available there.
The goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS and the DRS zone as well.
Alright, back on the start finish straight. Let's DRS this. There we go. That's the DRS. It's active. It's very
Let's make
active.
sure we're hitting those apexes. Once you're comfortable with the position through the corner, then start building up the speed. DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
DRS again. Whoa, that was bad. I'm sorry. I'm cheating because I know this track inside out because it's my home Grand Prix as well, and I absolutely love Albert Park as a circuit. Oh, that was someone following, and I don't really have time to glance over right now because I'm really focusing, but thank you! Much appreciated. I have brand new follower, subscriber, and donation images and audio that I am testing out on stream for my birthday weekend. So thank you for testing out the follower one. I appreciate that. Acclimatize this, boys! Oh, shoot! A little bit of a wobble there on the exit, but we're good, we're good. On a flying lap, that would have cost us a couple of tenths, and a little bit of crucial speed going into these 2 corners here. That was tightening up on the exit, so if you make a small mistake, it's not terrible, because you can't really let loose on the exit. Here, though, here it's important. And then you could get around that corner. I'm still struggling. The second to last corner is still bugging me a little bit. But we've got DRS active now. I'm holding the button.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap.
Yes, I do have a solid handle on the lap. This is, unfortunately, this is about as good as it gets in the rest of the season.
Consistency bonus.
The rest of the season, sadly, is going to be even worse. Let's see if we can get a consistency bonus out of this. Does this, like, unlock points to make the car faster or something throughout the course of the season? Is that why I need to do this? See if we can get a little bit faster. That sector 1 felt generally good. Not super tidy, but fast. Ragged edge kind of good. That's kind of what it felt like to me. Still hitting all the gates. Oh, little bit late on the braking there, boys. Little bit late, but we will get this. So drift out into the middle of the track, not all the way onto the left. You want to squeeze as much speed going into the S as possible, and then you brake very last second. Stay on the left, go out wide. That is sexy. That felt good. Hit the apex there, you don't really mind. A reasonably far swinging right-hander. And this is the tightening corner. You don't want to overdo it. There we go. This is going to be a lot more forgiving. You can let loose on the throttle and then immediately... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come on, get around this. Get around this, John. You've got it. Yes, yes, that felt a lot better. A lot less... Oh, hello. A lot less hesitation there. That was good. DRS, DRS. DRS good.
This is the last lap of the program. Final lap of the program.
believe this is another DRS zone, so let's DRS it up. Oh, overcooked that a little bit. You could feel that, couldn't you? You could see that. Oh no, I missed a gate! Just a little bit of overcooking. Disaster. I don't actually know what that does for my score. But I'm bitterly disappointed with myself, boys. Oh man. It's okay, we got this. So far so good. This is the last lap of the program. Let's just focus on completing the lap and doing as good a job as possible. There we go, absolutely nailed that. You can hug the inside here if you want just a little bit. And again, back onto the outside. You can almost afford to overcook that a little bit because of the exit. And then let loose here. Whoa! Yeah, DRS and all that. Oh, there's so much to do!
That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
Return to the garage, okay. The tyres feel a little bit shot, by the way. Every time I come out of a corner, oversteer just feels that much easier to achieve. Oh, that's DRS. Alerting me that I should really be deploying it there. Man, it's so difficult to remember DRS as well, based on the last racing games that I've been playing. How's the audio, by the way? I have cranked it up basically in-game by 20%, so hopefully my voice on top of everything is relatively nice and balanced.
Close to using up the load. Pit in within 2 laps.
Hit within 2 laps, don't worry, I'll pit this lap, mate. Although, amusingly, despite the tyres being a little bit more shot, it looks like this lap is my fastest yet. My delta is negative 0.3. That's not too bad at all, is it? We're doing well, boys. 13th in the McLaren. Are we going to get into final part of... Oh, wait. I've got one-shot qualifying switched on, right? So I don't know if we'll get into final part of qualifying, but I'm enjoying this so far. Competitive... Box, 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 confirm. Whoa, whoa! Those tires are not being friendly to me right now, boys. Right. There we go. That was the first session. Flying lap uses up more tires, engine, etc. Overdoing it manually. Good morning, Dabbler, and hello, Dowda, as well. Audio was good, but reckon the stream would look better at 720, even at 6500 playback rate. It's a little bit pixely. I will take that feedback on board. I'm going to be streaming from now until before the start of the Grand Prix at 1 o'clock. The stream's then going to take an hour-and-a-half break, and I'm going to come back. So maybe when I come back, I up the bitrate to 8000 or something and give it a go. Or maybe I'll go down to 720-60, depending on how it feels. Now, who was that followed? Wolf King Gaming 1, thank you very much for the follow while I was busy not crapping myself halfway through that lap. That felt good though, right? It's a track I know, so I don't feel like an idiot showing it to you guys. So that's track acclimatization. Okay, there's actually quite a lot to go on here, and does someone want to tell me what these points get me? I don't actually know. And also, I'm in a McLaren-HONDA. It's like, someone's going to ask the question, right? If I complete all these programs, is my engine just going to blow out on me in the race? Hey-oh! So understanding how your driving style affects the lifespan of your tires, it's every bit as important as setting fast lap times. I totally agree with that statement. Ooh, let's just get that. There we go, just get the pedals in the right place. Formula 1 tires have a finite amount of grip, and each time the driver accelerates, brakes, or corners, some of the tire's life is used up.
We haven't done a race simulation on any tyre yet. We have multiple sessions available, so it isn't urgent right now, but we should make time for a tyre wear program at some point.
Yep, that's cool. You can extend the life by being less aggressive on the steering wheel in high-speed corners and the throttle on the exit of tight corners. So give that a go. I don't actually know, by the way, what development points get me yet. I think I complete enough of them, and hopefully it makes my car faster? I'm not actually sure. So development points, research points, I can see people saying that in the chat. Oh, thank you very much. Dabbler, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Much appreciated. Second last corner. Coming on out. I'm about to get control of the car. I've got it now. And Dowda, thank you so much. And thank you very much for hitting the follow and making me look at my screen while I'm not on the flying lap and I'm coming through the last couple of corners. So I do appreciate it. Good, excellent timing. Beautiful, crisp timing from the both of you. Mwah. All right, here we go. Oh, I see. So I'm supposed to stay in the green zone, am I? And not absolutely blister my tires. Ooh, I didn't DRS. My bad. Whoa, nearly hit the wall there. That was terrible. So far I'm being good to my tires, and now I can thrash them about a bit, can I? Alright, let's go. A little bit of oversteer on the exit there. I think I might go to the higher downforce setup. I feel like it's suiting my driving style a little bit more, as things stand. Or maybe I'm just a supreme driver that's quick and also really comfortable on my tires. Or maybe I'm just slow. Hey-oh! Maybe I'm just slow. I'm in the purple bit. Is purple good? Is purple good or is purple too conservative? Does someone want to tell me? Ah, see what I mean? That corner is deceptive, and then this corner opens up a little bit more. You can take a bit more of the apex. Alright, let's hit that DRS. Vroom vroom, boys and girls.
That's the end of the program and plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
Oh, it looks like purple was good. Low tire wear. Right? And I'm faster in my Delta as well because I totally forgot to use DRS last time around. Alright, let's get back to the pits. I think that was good. Purple was good, right? Ooh, hello. Too much curve there is going to result in me having a terrible accident in the race. I need to be a little bit careful with the liberties I take. Coming down to, I forget what the name of the corner is. Like, I know all the corners in Albert Park off the, like the back of my hand, but I don't know what all of them are named. Pretty sure it's just like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and I know some of them are named after Australian legends. Was the S renamed Schumacher S about a decade ago, or is that my imagination, or was that a different track? Something is telling me this S was renamed, but I could be wrong. I was stood very close to here for qualifying last year in the 2016 Australian Grand Prix. And I have to say, the cars sound a lot better this year than they did last year. They were loud, but they didn't sound particularly throaty or impressive, you know what I mean? Whereas this year, some of the sounds are back. Alright, there we go. Purple is perfect. Oh, cool. Excellent. The points allow you to buy upgrades. Oh, I'm in a McLaren-HONDA. I could really use a couple of upgrades. You know, just saying. What degree of rotation are you using? So, I don't know if it's an in-game setting, so you're going to have to coach me on that, I'm afraid. I've literally brought the game up for the first time. But I have quite a lot of rotation on this wheel. It's a Logitech G29. Next to me, I also have a very old but really good Logitech Momo Force, the red and leather one. That was really good in the early 2000s, and I still have this wheel today, and I love it. So this is new school, this is old school, and I have both of them with me. That one, the Momo Force, only has about 270 degrees of rotation.
To focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
End of P3. So this is practice 1, and there's 5 minutes left. So, what are we gonna go? This tests your ability to fuel save. Alright. Not enough time to complete current practice program. Okay. So, F8 accelerates time. So let's do that. And then let's go to the next practice session, yeah? Cool.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Raikkonen, Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel.
I'm not even in the top 13.
Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1
Where am
action
I?
soon.
17th. Where's my teammate? 20th. Oh, that's not too bad. So I'm 9/10 ahead. Alright. The game form recommends 360 degrees for it to be 1-to-1 ratio with the in-game steering. I understand what you mean. I should probably check that out right now. That is a very, very fair comment to make, sir. I will do that right after this bit.